1300 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asif Hanif. First, the headlines. Minister for Planning and Development has called upon national leadership to join hands with government to contain spread of COVID-19. Prime Minister has wished Hindu community on the occasion of the Festival of Colours, Holi. Punjab Governor has said Indian war hysteria has become a constant threat to regional peace and people of Bangladesh are also exposing real face of Indian Prime Minister Modi. Defense ministers of a dozen countries and the United Nations have strongly condemned the bloodbath in Myanmar by military, killing over 90 people. And now the news in detail. Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar has called upon the political, social and religious leaders and media to join hands to contain spread of third wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Addressing a news conference after chairing the meeting of National Command and Operations Center in Islamabad, he said it is time to show unity as a nation to check spread of disease so that it should not worsen to the level to affect the livelihood. Asad Umar said we will have to combat the pandemic once again by taking timely steps to save the employments of people and avoid further restrictions. 57 more deaths and 4,767 new cases of coronavirus were reported across the country during the last 24 hours. According to the latest statistics by the National Command and Operations Center, the death toll due to COVID-19 pandemic has now mounted to 14,215, while 5,95,929 patients have fully recovered from the pandemic so far. A contingent of Royal Saudi Air Force arrived at an operational airbase of Pakistan Air Force to participate in a 2-week-long multinational air exercise SS Meet 2021-1. According to PAF spokesperson, the contingent will participate in the exercise along with the PAF, while Bahrain, Egypt and Jordan Air Forces are invited as observers. The exercise is aimed at sharing experiences and enhancing interoperability among participating air forces through conduct of near-realistic, role-oriented training. Prime Minister Imran Khan wished the Hindu community a very happy Holi today. In a tweet, he said, wishing all our Hindu community a very happy Holi, the festival of colours. The Holi festival is being celebrated by the Hindu community today and tomorrow in the country and elsewhere in the world. The Hindu community is an important part of our society and their religious festivals are respected across the country. Pakistani nation congratulates the Hindu community on Holi. Meanwhile, the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has also wished the Hindu community in Pakistan and across the world a very happy Holi. In a tweet today, he prayed, may the festival of colours bring peace and happiness. Punjab Governor Chaudhry Muhammad Sarwar has said Indian war hysteria has become a constant threat to regional peace. In a tweet, he termed Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi a murderer of innocent people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He said people of Bangladesh are also exposing the real face of Narendra Modi in their protests. The governor urged the Muslim Ummah to raise its voice for the oppressed Muslims of IIOJK and India. In Bangladesh, nationwide strike is being observed today to protest the killing of people who had demonstrated against the visit of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. According to local police, 5 people were killed and dozens others injured in police gunfire in Brahmanbaria district after security forces tried to quell protests. Earlier, 4 people were killed on Friday after police opened fire when protesters allegedly attacked a police station in Chittagong town. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred one more Kashmiri youth in Shopian district last night. The troops martyred the youth during a siege and search operation in Vangam area of the district. Defense chiefs from a dozen countries and the UN have condemned the bloodbath in Myanmar a day earlier when at least 90 people including several children were killed after security forces opened fire on anti-coup protesters. In a joint statement, the defense ministers of 12 countries including the United States, Britain, Japan and Australia condemned the Myanmar military's use of lethal force against civilians. Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has also condemned in strongest terms the killing of dozens of civilians, including children and young people, by security forces in Myanmar on Saturday. And now the news from cricket. New Zealand beat Bangladesh in first T20 by 66 runs at Hamilton. After winning the toss, New Zealand scored 210 runs. Bangladesh only managed to score 144 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in stipulated 20 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch the live video streaming of our news bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.